Look around you, right now. Not your phone, not your screen. Something simpler. There's a very high chance, within arm's reach, there's a pen. Maybe it's on your desk. Maybe it's in a drawer. Maybe it's just lying there, forgotten. Now here's the strange part. That exact same pen, or something almost identical, exists in homes, offices, schools, across nearly every country on Earth. Different cultures, different languages, same design, and most people never question it. But if you stop and think about it, how does one simple object become this universal? How does something so cheap become so dominant that it quietly outperforms almost every product ever made? This is the story of a design so efficient, it barely needed to evolve. Before pens like this existed, writing was not simple, it wasn't fast, it wasn't clean, and it definitely wasn't accessible. Go back a few hundred years, and writing looked very different. People used quills made from feathers. You dip the tip into ink, write a few words, and then stop. Dip again, write again. Over and over. It broke your flow. It slowed everything down. And if you weren't careful, ink would drip, it would spread, it would ruin the page. Writing wasn't something casual. It was controlled, deliberate, almost like a craft. Then came an improvement. Pens that could carry ink inside them. This was a major step forward, no more constant dipping. But new problems appeared. Ink flow wasn't stable, sometimes too much, sometimes nothing at all. The tip would scratch paper, ink could leak into pockets or bags. And the biggest issue, price. These pens were expensive, for many people. Owning one wasn't realistic, so even though writing tools improved, they still weren't for everyone. Then came a deceptively simple idea. What if, instead of a sharp tip, you used a tiny rolling ball? As the ball moves, it picks up ink and spreads it evenly on paper. No scratching, no dipping, just smooth motion. On paper, it sounds perfect, but in reality, it failed. The entire system depended on one tiny detail, that small metal ball, and it had to be almost perfect. If it fit too tightly, ink wouldn't flow. If it was even slightly loose, ink would leak uncontrollably. There was no margin for error. And here's the problem. At that time, manufacturing something that small, with that level of precision, was extremely difficult. So early versions didn't succeed. The idea was ahead of its time. Then someone changed the approach. Instead of trying to perfect the mechanism, they focused on something else, the ink. Because the ink was just as important as the ball. Most inks were thin, almost like water. That caused multiple issues. They spread into paper fibers. They took time to dry. They leaked easily. They depended heavily on gravity. So a new type of ink was introduced. Thicker, heavier, oil-based. And this changed everything. Now something interesting started happening inside the pen. The ink didn't just fall downward. It moved through tiny spaces, guided by surface interactions. This kept the ink constantly touching the ball, so every time the ball rolled, ink was already there. Ready. No delays, no gaps, just a steady, controlled line. And for the first time, the concept actually worked reliably. And this is where most people think the story ends. The pen works. Problem solved. But it wasn't. Because even a perfect design can fail if it's too expensive. If you're starting to see how much thought goes into something this simple, take a second to like the video. It helps more than you think. And if you enjoy breaking down everyday objects like this, subscribe, because we're just getting to the part where everything changes. Even after solving the technical problems, this pen still wasn't everywhere. Why? Because it cost too much. Early versions were priced far beyond what most people could afford, so it remained limited. A good invention, but not a global one. Until someone saw a different angle. Instead of asking, how do we improve this pen? The question became, how do we make millions of them, cheaply? This changed everything. Now the focus shifted to manufacturing, not redesigning, but simplifying. The tiny ball still needed to be perfect, so high-precision machines were used to produce it consistently. Then came the bigger move. The rest of the pen was simplified. Plastic replaced expensive materials. Lightweight, cheap, easy to shape. Now the pen could be produced in huge numbers at very low cost. And this is the moment where everything shifted. Now we arrive at the version we all recognize. At first glance, it looks basic. But look closer. Every part does something important. The shape stops it from rolling. The transparent body shows how much ink is left. A small hole balances air pressure inside. The cap protects the tip and clips onto things. The ink is carefully tuned. The ball rotates just enough. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is random. It's not just simple. It's optimized. So why did this pen take over the world? Because it solved multiple problems at once. It was cheap enough for everyone, reliable enough for daily use, simple enough for anyone to understand, no instructions, no maintenance. You pick it up, and it works. That's it. As production increased, prices dropped even further. Now writing tools weren't limited anymore. They became common. Schools could provide them, students could carry them, offices could use them in bulk. And slowly, writing became easier for more people, and when something becomes easier, more people do it. Over time, literacy rates improved across the world. Now, this pen didn't cause that alone, but it removed a barrier. It made writing accessible, affordable, every day, and sometimes that's all it takes. Here's the most surprising part. After decades, the design barely changed. Because it didn't need to. It already solved the problem. Any major change would either increase cost, reduce reliability, so the design stayed. In a world filled with complex technology, this pen teaches something simple. The best design isn't the most advanced, it's the one that works, for the most people, with the least effort. There's one small detail most people ignore. The tiny hole in the pen cap. It looks useless, but it's actually there for safety. If someone accidentally swallows the cap, the hole allows a bit of air to pass through, reducing the risk of choking. It also helps in smaller ways. It prevents pressure from building up, so the cap is easier to remove. And it allows slight airflow, which can reduce ink drying at the tip. A tiny change. That solves multiple problems. So next time you pick up a pen, don't ignore it, because behind that simple object is years of failure, improvement, and smart decisions. If you enjoyed this kind of breakdown, subscribe and turn on notifications. And tell me in the comments, what everyday object should we break down next? Because sometimes the most ordinary things have the most interesting stories. I'll see you in the next video.